of Houston, the Bauer College of Business, and I am getting set up, ready to roll. It is 10:04 a.m., which means I need to jump into my Zoom room and start letting some folks in. And we will do that now. Hey, welcome aboard if you're joining in the Zoom room. We are going live right now. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. This is day one of Personal Finance, Introduction to Personal Finance, otherwise known as Money Study Group. And I'm Jim Munchback. I'll be your host. I see some folks in the Zoom room. Typically at this point, I like to do a sound check. Can you hear me? Can you please put a little note in the chat and just let me know you can hear me? I am going to...
Good morning, Professor. I can hear you.
Awesome. And was that you, Sarah? Or...
No, I'm Oluwaseun.
Okay, Aluwasa. Okay, good. Did I say your name right? Aluwasan?
Yes.
Awesome. Welcome aboard. Sometimes we have a few difficulties, technical difficulties, but right now, can you see me moving my screen up and down?
Yes.
It looks like, do you see a weird background, a brick background?
Yeah, we can see that.
That's weird. That's not supposed to be there. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. I'm not sure. Let's see if there. Did that go away? Did the bricks go away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Thanks. All right, typically it's summer school, so things are a little different. I'm going to share. I've got an agenda today, so I'll go over that. But mainly, what I want you to know is that if you have any questions today in the next few minutes, and every time we meet, you can ask me anything. And so that's really what this weekly Zoom session will be all about. It will be your opportunity to ask me anything. But one of the things I'm going to do today is just introduce the course and make sure you get off to a good start for week number 1 in Introduction to Personal Finance. So we will jump and do that here pretty quickly. One of the things I've learned over the last, I've been teaching this course since 2012, I think. And so we generally have folks come late. So especially on day 1, I was even late because of technology. So typically I like to get started kind of slow. I hate to do that for those of you who are here on time, so thank you always. I appreciate that if you're here on time. And this is an asynchronous course, so I always have to make sure everybody understands and is comfortable knowing that you don't have to be present here in the Zoom meeting, but we will have a Zoom meeting every week. It's summer school, so it's very abbreviated. Each weekly meeting isn't so much abbreviated as the entire course is abbreviated. So we go really fast. That's part of summer school, and so we will talk about that a little bit today. But mostly I would like for you to just be ready to ask me any questions you might have about the course and what we're going to do this semester. So I'm going to be looking at the chat box and try to just keep an eye on the chat box. And you should see, I've got my iPad going, so I'm just going to bump down and kind of cover a few things. I do have some good news and some bad news, and I want to make sure you understand the big idea of the course. And so today, in day 1, welcome to Introduction to Personal Finance. I'm really just going to cover some of the basic things you need to know to get started in the course. And there will be plenty of opportunities to ask questions along the way. I'm hoping this semester we have a new technology tool. It's actually a pretty big change. It's called Canvas. So I'm assuming you guys, like me, are getting used to the new, basically it's a whole new platform for LMS, Learning Management System. And so I think I jumped into Canvas. I wanted to just kind of do a quick tour with you, but the security on that thing when I'm working on my iPad, it just gets crazy. So I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to ask you, while we're giving a few minutes for other folks to join us, I want to ask you if you could just let me know what's been your experience with Canvas. It's new. Is it so far working well for you? Do you see anything in this course that needs to change or that I need to update? Sarah, I appreciated your email yesterday about the links that were not updated. When I created the Canvas course, it brought in all the old stuff. So
Thank you for responding and letting me know. In terms of Canvas, it seems to be all right. I'm not really sure how to turn stuff in yet. But I guess I'll just have to work my way around it.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
So I'm going to post the assignment. I typically post, so in this course in personal finance, we'll have an assignment. Basically, we have 2 assignments every week because it's an abbreviated timeline. But I'm going to, typically I will post those assignments in Canvas, and I promise I'll make this mistake 100 times this semester. I'll say, I will post it in Blackboard or whatever. I'll do whatever in Blackboard, and Blackboard's gone. So I will post the assignments, make them available. This week's assignments, you have 2 assignments this week. I'll make those available in Canvas as soon as we finish this little chat session. I will make those available. So Sarah, you can text me, email me, call, whatever. Text is always the best for me. Emails work too, but if you really want my attention, my mobile phone number, my iPhone, is in the syllabus, and that's a great way to get my attention. And Sarah, I would appreciate if you could just let me know once you know that it's not that hard or you figured it out, how to submit assignments in Canvas. So I'll give you 2 assignments to submit today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sure. I'm hoping it's the same. I would think it's the same, but that's one thing I never do in Blackboard or Canvas is actually submit assignments. I grade them, though, and I want to be grading them. Speaking of grading assignments and assignments in general, every assignment this semester will be due. I should have my syllabus open. I'm afraid to. Let me see. I'm going to jump over here and grab the syllabus if I can. I'm operating at a bit of a disadvantage because I have way too many screens open at the moment. And I'm trying to open a Finder window. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to open the syllabus. As you can tell, I get a little distracted when I'm multitask. So I have the syllabus open. Now I'm going to share it, cloud it to my iPad, see if that works. I'm waiting now, and you should see in my iPad, I'm going to open that bad boy and Notability. So here we go. Do I want to subscribe? Okay. So I'm looking, and I'm not seeing it. Says it's sent. Okay, you guys, you have the syllabus, right? Well, it's not going to work for me. I hate that. Sorry about that. I'm going to just talk you through. I know what's in the syllabus, but in the syllabus it has the each assignment and when they're due. Because it's summer, it is redonkulous how many we have each week. We have 1 assignment typically in this course. There are 12 weeks, so that's 12 assignments. In this semester, because it's summer, you're going to basically be doing 2 assignments a week. But here's kind of the good news on the assignments. If you keep up with your homework, and it's challenging. I never took summer school in my entire college career, all 4 years of it. My goal was to graduate in 4 years, and my goal was also to never take summer school. And I've only started teaching summer school since COVID, since this course became fully asynchronous, online, on demand. So it's a tough gig. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know, well, whatever reason you have for taking summer school, I respect that, and I'm here to help you get an A. I hope you know this course typically is an easy A, especially if you listen to all the comments on ratemyprofessors.com. You can check those out. Most of you probably have. But you can only get an A in the course if you do the homework. And there is a lot of homework, and that's kind of the bad news. The good news is, though, if you can keep up with the homework, you'll easily get an A. You'll stay on track in terms of learning what I want to teach you this semester. The big idea, I want to teach you how to become a millionaire by the time you turn 50. And that's the big idea. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I just wanted to give you a little good news about your homework, and that is if you turn it in early, you'll get an extra 10 points. Yeah, 10 points. So you get a 20% bump, and that's 12 assignments. So you get 10 extra points. That's 120 points. It's a 1,000-point course. You need 950 points to get an A. And so if you turn your assignments in early by Friday at 3 p.m., I'll give you 10 extra points. And not only will you get the extra points, but you will also have the benefit of having some input from me if you missed anything or if you had any deductions. So that's a big 2 reasons for you to do your assignments early if you can. So if you can't, I understand that. I'm going to, I don't give deductions for everything. Like I could I could really be nitpicky when I grade your assignments, but I'm really just looking for you to share. This is really important. I hope everybody in the course understands what I'm about to say. When I grade your papers, when I grade your weekly assignments, what I'm really looking for is not technical perfection. I am looking for things like a well-formatted article, and I'm looking for mainly your experience. I want you to share with me, what did you learn this week? What was an aha moment? What helped you? And I want to see that you're progressing in your understanding of personal finance. And we're going to build a financial plan this semester. I'm not going to talk about that today, but I will be talking about that soon. We're going to build a financial plan together. I'm going to help you do that because it's going to help to put into context all of the details that I want to teach you about personal finance and all of the important pieces of the puzzle that you will need to actually become a millionaire by the time you turn 50. Now, that's the big idea, to become a millionaire by the time you're 50. To understand personal finance and to become more proficient in developing the muscles you need to manage money well throughout your lifetime, that's kind of my goal. But to sink it all down or boil it all down to one statement, to one goal, to one thing that I can point to and say, here's what I'm going to teach you this semester. That's what I did. I boiled it down into that one thing. I'm going to teach you how to become a millionaire by the time you're 50. That's what this course is designed to do. Now, the reality is, the bad news is, you're never going to learn everything you need to learn in this semester about personal finance. You're just too much to learn. You won't be an expert. Okay, this is intro to personal finance. But the good news is you're going to learn some things that if you pay attention and you follow along and you keep up, you're going to basically, on the other side, you're going to walk away with a tremendous body of knowledge. And you're going to understand the principles and the process of building wealth. And so that's what I'm going to teach you this semester. But you're going to have to keep up with your homework. You're going to have to make that your your priority, and I'm going to try my best to win the competition this summer in this course. I want to win the competition for your time, your focus, and your commitment. And I'll do whatever I can to try to attract you as a student in this course to make it a priority. I will do whatever I can. I will manipulate you any way that I can to try to get you to engage in this course in a way that I know will help you achieve significant success, not just in an A. I couldn't care less what grade you get in this course. Now, I know you care what grade you get in this course, and I want you to get an A because I know you want to get an A, and you wouldn't be working as hard as you're working in college to just go through college and end with the grade that I got when I went to college. So when I went to college, I paid for my own college. I worked full time. And my goal, again, was to graduate in 4 years and to never go to summer school. And I did all that. And I ended with a basic average grade. I ended with a 2.82 GPA. And I was thrilled with that because I worked full time. I got married in college. I had my first child in college. And having a great grade wasn't my life's goal. It was just something. To finish college became a goal for me, to finish college. But I know it's different for you. You want to perform really well. And that grade is your proof that you did that. And so I want you to know I'm committed this summer to help you achieve an A in this course, but you have to do your part. You have to do the homework. And when you do your assignments, again, I'm looking to see that you're understanding, that you're following along, and that you're getting it. And if you're not getting it, you need to ask for help. And let's talk about how you do that. So I think somewhere in here, when you enroll, so you should know this by now, you're going to have Canvas. Every assignment will be posted in Canvas. That's where, Sarah, you're going to have to submit your assignment. That's where I grade the assignments. That's where you earn your grade. But where you learn the things that you're going to learn this semester is a whole different platform. It's built on a thing called Thinkific. It's another LMS, learning management system, designed for very flexible, very powerful education courses. And that's where we've started. That's where a long time ago I started building this course to be a tool that can help you achieve the goal of becoming a millionaire by the time you're 50. So you have, instead of paying for a textbook, in most courses you pay for a textbook. That's the way this course was for many years. And I have brought a stack of books I wanted to show you that are meaningful to me, and I want to talk about those at some point. But you're not going to buy a textbook this semester. Instead, you're going to be joining this online course where you will have access to a wide world of resources in addition to what you're going to get in Canvas. And that's what you do. Instead of buying a textbook, you're going to have access to a premium financial planning portal. It's called Right Capital. That's not this week. That's going to be next week. But this week, you need to enroll in Money Study Group. You can go to moneystudygroup.com to learn more. If you would prefer to have a course where you pay for a textbook and you don't have the additional digital online platform that we use in this course, then there are a couple of other personal finance courses you might want to check out. But this one is designed around this idea of building your financial plan. So each of your weekly assignments will be focused on not just the learning that takes place around personal finance and all of the essential elements of personal finance. It's a big part. You're learning the content, you're reading, you're studying, just getting information about personal finance. And there's a ton of information. I've tried to isolate it down to what matters most for someone in your situation, like I was when I was in college, trying to learn how am I going to make ends meet? How am I going to pay my bills and save money for my goals? Those are the things that, frankly, most of us don't learn by the time we go to college. And you're going to learn those things in this semester, in the short summer semester. You're going to learn, and you're going to have access to this platform well beyond this course. So I hope that helps. That's kind of the first step for you, is to go ahead and enroll in Money Study Group, the online course portal, and there you will get access to the planning portal. And again, that's not this week, that's next week, but this week you want to enroll, get signed up, because that's where you're going to be really staying ahead in terms of earning your A in this course. And again, Canvas is where your assignments will be posted and where you will submit those assignments. That's where I will grade those assignments, and that's where you will earn your A. So number one is to enroll. When you click on this enroll button, you should go to Money Study Group, and that's where you can enroll in the course. You'll just click on that little button. It's moneystudygroup.com. So this semester we also have, I don't have the GroupMe link here. I just put, when you log in to Money Study Group, that's where you'll get the link. But you also have it in Canvas. Can anybody chat in and just tell me, have you seen the GroupMe link? Sarah, that was one of the things I fixed yesterday. So you should see the correct link to GroupMe. And I want to talk about GroupMe for a minute. But Sarah, can you chat in and just, I'm assuming you got into the group. I think I saw that you were.
I personally haven't checked, but I somehow got into Spring 23. But I told you that in the email.
Yep, cool. So yeah, you'll probably want to dump that one. I don't delete those old groups, but anyway, if you go to the syllabus, or not the syllabus, I don't know that it's in the syllabus, but it is in the, it's in Canvas. So you should see a home page. Again, Canvas is new. This homepage thing is new to me. I don't know if you're seeing it the way I think you are. Can you jump into Canvas, Sarah, and just tell me, like, where do you land when you go to this course, when you jump into this course?
Let me see real quickly. Here's the homepage with classes, and then when I click on yours, it kind of shows, like, in the homepage, all the assignments, like, listed.
Oh.
And I'm assuming maybe it would be not in the announcements.
Yeah, I think I need to make an adjustment in Canvas so that you actually land on the homepage. Can you see the link that says Pages?
Pages. Okay, yes, I do see that one.
And does it say Homepage for this course?
Yes.
So
okay, so it has been updated.
Yeah, so that page should actually be where you land when you go to the course, instead of landing on the assignments. So I'm going to try to fix that, but I have to figure out how to do that. I first had to figure out how to create a home page, but you're seeing the home page, right?
Yes, and I see the link here for GroupMe.
Cool. So if everybody can just make a note of that, if you go into this course in Canvas, you're going to end up on
I tried the link yesterday, and this morning it's not working.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to post it right now. And I'm going to post it in the chat. Would you mind jumping on this link and tell me if it works? If you're in the Zoom meeting, this should take you to the GroupMe. Can you see that link I just posted?
Yes.
And did it work? I'm going to jump in there and see if it's working on my side. Of course it's not. I mean, what's not working on my side is one of my. I have to go.
This works.
It
Thank
did?
you.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, good. Yeah, that link. So that link, it's not working on the home page though in Canvas. Is that for sure? Hey, Aaron, I see you're there. Hopefully you can hear us. And hopefully, Aaron, can you chime in and let me?
Yes, this one is working, but the one on the canvas didn't work too.
Huh. So you're on the home page in Canvas though, right, Aaron?
Yes.
Okay.
That one is not working.
I will get that fixed. I will put a link in this video as well. So let me talk about, first I'm going to talk about GroupMe and what it is, how we use it, what it's for. And then I'm going to talk about the YouTube playlist where this video will be posted so you can find it. And that should all be real easy to get to. You've got the Zoom link, so you found us. Apparently that worked on the home page, yes? Did everybody get there, get to this meeting through the Canvas Zoom link? Anybody?
I did.
Okay, so that link's working, but the GroupMe is not. Weird. I'll figure that out. Okay, so let me talk about GroupMe. GroupMe was, we did a survey, and you know, this course has been, I've been teaching this course since 2012. I can't even tell you how many, it's been multiple thousands of students who have taken the course. And over time, one of the things that we decided to do was create a group, a place where you guys can collaborate, where you can ask one another questions, where students who are ahead of the game can answer questions for students who need a little help. So we did a survey and GroupMe won. It's been about 3 years since we've been using GroupMe. So each semester we create a new group. And GroupMe, again, is a place for you to ask questions, to collaborate with one another, to help one another, to ask questions to one another. But it's a group that I feel like is your space, not my space. So I rarely will go in and see what you're posting and even chime in. However, anytime you're having difficulty getting a question answered, and this is especially important during the summer school summarized version because we're going to go fast. If you get stuck and you're not getting your question answered in GroupMe, that's where you should go first, because most of the time the question that you ask, the question that you have, has already been answered. Like, for example, students are going to be like, where's the GroupMe link? Well, if they're in GroupMe, they know where the link was, but maybe they don't know where the Zoom link is, or maybe they don't know what this week's assignment, when the assignment due date is, or maybe they don't understand early. If they submit their assignment early, they get extra points. There's so many things that we've already covered in the first few minutes of this Zoom meeting, but I can tell you just by looking at the number of folks who are here, most of the students who are in this course are not listening. They're not even here. And so hopefully they will listen, because it's being live streamed. Some are on YouTube, some are on Facebook, some will listen to it later. And that's great. But a lot of students are going to have a lot of questions. And so those of you who are kind enough and available to answer their questions in GroupMe, I love you. And I appreciate you, because I'm not going to be able to answer those myriad of questions that really, frankly, I've already answered. And I'm not even going to reply to those emails if it's something that we went over in the Zoom meeting. I'm just going to ignore that email. So students who ask me a question, on the other hand, who say, hey, look, I didn't get an answer in GroupMe. I noticed other students ask the same question and we don't know the answer. I'm asking you to text me, email me, reach out to me, and I will get right back to you, because if you're not getting an answer in GroupMe, then I want to be involved in that. The problem is I'm not going to go babysit. I don't mean babysit, but I'm not going to go monitor GroupMe to see what's being asked. I just don't have time to do that. But I am going to ask you to ring my bell if there's something that's not being answered in GroupMe. I'll be available. I'll answer your question. I'll get right on it, and I will thank you, and I will notice that, and that will become something that makes it super easy for me to give you extra points when it comes time for class collaboration, because class collaboration is all about you being engaged in the course. If you're in the Zoom calls and you're asking questions like some of you have done today and you're interacting with me, you're going to get extra points for class collaboration. That's 200 points each semester. And it's going to make it easier for me to, when I review your assignments, to go, hey, I know Sarah. Sarah helped me out in the very beginning, and I appreciate it. And so I'm just saying, if you become anonymous in this course, if you want to stay way under the, radar, you're welcome to do that. I get it. That's the biggest benefit of an asynchronous course, is you can be anonymous. I don't like that. When we met in class, I could look you in the eye. We could be together. I could feel like I knew when I was connecting and when I wasn't, and I could, adjust. We don't get that in an asynchronous course, but what we do get, what we have, is what I call class collaboration. And so I'm begging you to help me help you by being available, being active, being engaged in the content as we go through this semester, this fast summer semester. And by the way, at the end of the semester, I hope we can stay connected. I know I can teach you a ton in this semester about personal finance, and specifically about how to become a millionaire by the time you're 50. I can give you the skills. I can, you will have access to the scope and sequence, the entire course, not just during the semester, but after the semester. And so I'm confident I can do that, but I have no control over how much you put into the course. That's up to you. But after the course is over, you're still going to have access not just to the platforms that we'll use this semester. Money Study Group is one platform, on Thinkific, that whole LMS platform. We're also going to be using Right Capital, the premium financial planning portal that I use with my clients at Bayrock Financial. You will have full access to that premium financial planning platform. It's built by Right Capital. And you will not just have that during the semester, you'll have it for at least a year afterwards. And even beyond that, anytime I can help you, one of my favorite things about this course is being able to help students that I worked with 10 years ago. And I've been teaching this for over 10 years. So 10 years from now, if I'm still kicking like chicken, which I hope I am, my dad lived to be pretty old, and I hope I do too. But my point is, I would love to help you way beyond this course, way beyond your college career. I want to help you set the table for a life filled with everything you want. And I know how money fits into everything you want. And so I hope that we can work together in a way that is more meaningful than just trying to get an A. But I will help you try to get an A. So GroupMe is a tool to help you stay up to speed, but it's also a tool for you to help other students. And if you have time and the generosity to do that, you can let me know in multiple ways. And if you happen to be a student who receives a benefit from another student, if you post that in a comment or in your assignment, if you make that, just thank them. If you have a chance to say, hey, thank you, Sarah, like I'm saying right now, thank you, Sarah, for letting me know that I had a problem with old links. If you're a student and someone helps you like that, then you can post that in Money Study Group and in our, kind of like our forum, our discussion forums. You can post it in a comment on YouTube or Facebook, and all of those comments, any of those comments, you grab a screenshot and you just put that in your assignment, and that's how you earn your class collaboration. It's just super easy. It's supposed to be fun too, but just some ideas. So anyway, that's GroupMe. Any questions about GroupMe, please leave a comment and ask. GroupMe as a place for you to help one another. And if you need my help, you just let me know. Next, I want to talk about the YouTube playlist. This is being streamed. This meeting right now, this Zoom meeting, is being live streamed to YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. Actually, starting this semester, I'm going to be posting all of my videos to my personal YouTube channel at Jim Munchback. Munchback has no K. There's an H on the end of Munchback. But if you just go to at Jim Munchback on YouTube, you'll find the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, you'll get notified every time I post anything on the channel. But what you really want to do is you want to grab the link to this playlist for this semester. You know, if I were you, I wouldn't want to get notified every time I post a video on my channel, because I post all of my videos on my channel for my business, for a podcast, 2 podcasts that I do. But Money Study Group has its own playlist, and Summer School has its own playlist. And so if we click on that right there, I just clicked on that. Hopefully it will open. Yeah, so there's only one video right there right now with my ugly mug pointing. That's how you know you're in the right playlist. So by the end of this semester, every time we meet, every Zoom meeting we have, where you have the opportunity to ask me anything, every time we have a chat session like this, like we're doing right now, you will ask questions, and I will live stream it, and I will post that live stream to that channel. So if you're not watching now in a live stream, you can easily come back anytime. As soon as I finish this, I'm going to go and take this video that I'm creating right now on the live stream, and I'm going to save it to that playlist. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's a good resource and it's helpful, but that's how that works. And now I am... What did I do? Okay, there we go. I think I'm back. Okay, so that's number 1, enroll in Money Study Group. Do that today to get started. Number 2, don't forget about early assignments. You get 10 points extra. Do your assignments early if you possibly can, so that I can give you extra points, and so that you get some direction. If you have any deductions, it's my job, it's my responsibility to tell you what you missed. And if you turned your assignment in early, by Friday at 3 p.m., by Friday at 3 p.m., the market closes at 3 p.m. every day. I have an investment management company, financial planning company, and I'm not a full-time professor. I have a business, and my business requires me to be paying attention during market hours, especially around 3 o'clock before the market closes. I'm putting on final trades for each day. And so if you need me, I'm available after that time, after 3 p.m. And that's why your assignments are due Friday by 3 p.m. because when the market closes on Friday, I try to jump into my queue in Canvas, used to be Blackboard, and I try to grade everything that I can as soon as possible so that you get the input and direction that you need in the event that you made any mistakes and you got any deductions. Does that make sense? So if you turn your assignment in early, you're going to get extra points. If you have deductions, it's my job to tell you, and I will tell you, and you'll get a reply from me. And then you'll have an opportunity to correct your assignment and resubmit it by the due date, which is always Tuesday at 10 a.m. So we have our weekly Zoom meetings every Tuesday at 10 a.m. So your assignment has to be turned in and submitted in Canvas before 10 a.m. on Tuesday mornings. That's the way it's going to be for the whole semester through this summer session. So, and again, every weekly Zoom meeting, you're required to watch those. You don't have to watch them in real time. You don't have to watch them on the Facebook page or the YouTube channel. You can watch them however you want to. I would suggest, if you can't be in the Zoom meeting, then watch it on the YouTube playlist. And if I were you, I would do it at double speed. That's how I would watch it, because you, believe it or not, you can listen a lot faster than I can talk. And most of what I talk about, as you've already noticed, is not rocket science. It's really just a lot of repetition, because I want to make sure I'm being clear and that you're getting what I'm giving you today. So enroll in the course at moneystudygroup.com. That's where you'll have access to a lot of the content that you won't have access to in Canvas. In addition, you'll have a link that next week you will need, which will take you to the financial planning portal, where we will get to work building your financial plan. And during this semester, by the way, I'll just give you a little heads up, you're going to create a financial plan imagining that you're 10 years older than you are right now. So as we go through this course and you learn about personal finance, you're going to build your own financial plan based on a few assumptions. One will be that you're 10 years older than you are. And a couple of other assumptions you will make in your financial plan is that you're actually doing the things that I'm teaching you to do to become a millionaire by the time you're 50. You will each week have an assignment where I will say, okay, it'd be a good idea for you to do a little research before you buy your house and make sure that you buy a house you can afford based on the salary that you expect to get, assuming you get your perfect dream job. So we're going to make some assumptions along the way. That you graduated, you're 10 years older, you got the job you wanted after you graduated, and you started to put to work some of the basic things that I'm going to teach you this semester, and you're going to get to see in your financial plan what that looks like 10 years down the road. And not only 10 years down the road, but we'll be able to make projections to see what your financial plan looks like when you're my age or my parents' age. So you're going to have access to a tremendous amount of knowledge and information about your financial future. And if you do this, here's what it looks like. And you're going to learn a ton along the way. But that's all part of this course. It starts with enrolling in Money Study Group. And make sure you pay attention to your assignment due dates in Canvas, and don't forget about the playlist. There's a GroupMe link. We already know about that. We have a Facebook page. Now I want to answer a question nobody's asked yet before I get into some of these funny little tweets that, I got to be honest, I did not write these tweets. ChatGTP wrote these tweets. And so if they are offensive in any way, then I want you to tell me about it. It was I just wanted to see how it would work. I was not bored. I never get bored. I was curious. So I just asked GTP to write 25 funny quotes about summer school at the Bauer College of Business at the University of Houston. And this is what it came up with, was some funny quotes. So anyway, I will be posting these. I'll probably read them and make sure, I might even tweak them before I post them, but you're welcome to grab them and post them, and you'll probably get an extra 100 points if you post one of these tweets to your Twitter account. Not really. That was my attempt at humor. But I would get a chuckle out of that if you posted them. So class participation is like that. You can participate. There's an infinite number of ways you can participate in this course, and I'm going to be very curious and interested to see how you choose to participate. Be creative, have fun. Let's have fun. That's what I'd like to do this semester. So let me just talk a little bit about the big idea, how to become a millionaire by the time you're 50. And this course, in this weekly Zoom meeting, you have permission to ask me anything. And one of the things that nobody has asked today, which was a big question. The very first time I taught this course, I was introducing the idea and helping students know what I was going to teach them for the semester. And when I told them I was going to teach them how to become a millionaire by the time they were 50, I just asked if there were any questions. And I could tell, because at that time we were in a class together, and I could look at each student in the eye, and I could tell they had questions. I can't tell if you have questions because I can't see you. But I could tell they had questions, and so I just waited, and I'm like, what is it? Ask. And one of the students kind of smiled, and he said, well, Professor Munchback, you say you're going to teach us how to become a millionaire by the time we're 50. And, well, my question is, did you do that? And I was like, that's the perfect question. I would want to ask that question if I were a student in a course where the guy on the platform or in the front of the room was telling me that they were going to teach me how to do whatever it was. If it was something that was really important to me, like I think when I was in college, becoming a millionaire was something that I started to think about because I read this book called The Millionaire Next Door, one of the best books I ever read, and it was in college, and it changed the way that I thought about what was possible in my financial future. So when this student asked the question, Professor Munchback, did you do that? I thought it was a great question. And of course, I gave him an honest answer. And, it seems a little weird to answer that question because it seems a little, maybe, to be honest, it seems a little cocky to say, yeah, I did it. I wouldn't be trying to teach it to you if it wasn't something I believed I knew how to do, but that's different than having done it, okay? But here's the thing. So the answer is yes, I was a millionaire by the time I was 50, but we have to stop and define, what does that actually mean? What's your definition of being a millionaire? To become a millionaire by the time you're 50, you better know what that means. And so then we had a conversation in that classroom about what does it mean to be a millionaire. And I discovered the cluelessness of at least the wide gap between the definition of a millionaire in my mind and in your mind. So I'm going to ask you to tell me, what do you think it means to be a millionaire? And you can chat that in. Be a good time to say, here's my definition of what it means to be a millionaire. By the time I'm 50, if I'm a millionaire, here's the situation. Here's my situation. Here's my financial situation to be a millionaire. What do you think that is? The definition. We're almost out of time, and I'm about to let you go. So I want to know, if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. But first, I'm asking you a question. What do you think? What is the definition of being a millionaire? And I'm watching the chat. Or you can speak up, anything you want to do. I'm going to drink some coffee. Going once. Come on, guys and gals. Nobody? I see no chats.
I think being a millionaire when I'm 50 is like having paid off houses and have some, stocks that, I can get monthly interest, and I can travel overseas like twice or three times in a year, and I can buy some stuff that without take a look at the price. That's my definition of a millionaire.
Cool. Thank you for that. So you say have some houses that you own, have some income that is being produced from your investments, and being able to travel and being able to buy things without really having to worry about the price. That's your definition of being a millionaire.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Anybody else? Going once. Going twice. I'm going to go to 25 in case you're wondering. Going 3 times. Anybody else? What's your definition? Okay, I see a chat. Having financial freedom, no debt, and assets worth over $1 million. Okay, thank you, Sarah. That's a pretty good, pretty close. So the financial freedom part, let me just tell you, the idea of financial freedom, it's a little nebulous, okay? What's freedom to me and what's freedom to my wife are two different things, and what's freedom to me and what's freedom to you. But no debt and assets worth over $1 million. Even if you have some debt, the point is to be a millionaire, the definition is, at least my definition is, you have a net worth of $1 million. So you may have debt, but were you going to say something, Sarah? I didn't mean to.
No, yeah, I'm like nodding and
Cool. Yeah. So that's really it. I mean, I want you guys to understand. I want us to be on the same page about what it means to be a millionaire, because I want you to believe that I can teach you how to do that. But it is important to understand, Aaron, if you own 16 houses, but you owe the bank, $500,000 on each house, you don't have $1 million net worth. You just have a bunch of bank notes, and it doesn't matter, so you could own those houses free and clear and have no money in the bank, but I would say you're a millionaire if you own assets worth $1 million and you have no debt on them. But that's kind of the bottom line, is to be a millionaire by the time you're 50 means you have $1 million net worth. So you may have some debt, but you have assets worth way more than your debt by at least $1 million. And so the definition of being a millionaire is kind of important for us to at least talk about for a minute. So understand the definition of being a millionaire. It doesn't mean you make $1 million a year. That's what some students tell me. If I'm a millionaire, I'm making $1 million a year. I've never made $1 million in 1 year, and I don't expect that I ever will. So I couldn't say, yes, I'm a millionaire if the definition was I made $1 million in a year by the time I was 50. I couldn't say I did that because I didn't do that. But I did save enough so that my net worth was over $1 million by the time I was 50. And that's, and I was debt free. So I had no debt, which is it's a pretty cool feeling to not have any debt and to have $1 million in the bank. And that's what I want to teach you how to do. And here's the thing. Becoming a millionaire by the time you turn 50 may seem like a huge goal, but it's not. By the time you turn 50, most of you, I know some of you are older than others, but typically if you're in college and you're going to a business college, you're going to get a decent job, you're going to make decent money, and if you do what I teach you to do, you're going to become a millionaire by the time you're 50 with a net worth of $1 million, and it's going to be super easy, and it's not even going to be that big of a deal in terms of, something to put in your bucket list or whatever. $1 million is going to be worth less by the time you're my age. Think about inflation. Think about what $1 is worth today versus what $1 was worth when I was your age. And think about the same, and then multiply that by $1 million, and think about the gap between what $1 could buy back in 1980 when I was a freshman in college and today. And think about what $1 could buy when I was 50 versus when you're 50. $1 million is not going to be a big goal, is my point. So while it seems a little odd, and some of my friends who are quite religious and in the Christian faith, they think that because I tell you that it's a good goal, a good idea to try to become a millionaire by the time you're 50, that I'm totally missing the mark in terms of what really matters in life. I get that. I understand that. I understand that by making your life goal to become $1 million, if that's your biggest life goal, that's a dead end. That's not worth caring as deeply as I care about you becoming a millionaire by the time you're 50. And that's not the point. To become a millionaire by the time you're 50 is not the point. The point is to be in a better position because you did some smart things, because you developed some basic financial muscle in terms of managing your money. You didn't be stupid. You did some basic things right that I'm going to teach you. And then you're going to be in a position when you're 50 that's going to be way better than if you didn't do those things and you basically followed the path of least resistance, which is absolutely the path that most of the people you and I know will follow between now and the time they're 50. And the result will be they won't be a millionaire based on that same definition. They won't be there. They'll be buried in debt. Or they'll be living paycheck to paycheck. Or they'll be like my friend who I just talked to, who's a little older than me, whose house isn't paid for and who cannot afford to pay for the insurance increase they just got in the mail. And so now they're going to move out of their house simply because they can't afford to pay their insurance. That's what I see as why this course matters. That's what I see as why what I do with you and with everyone else who's taken this course is something that is good and noble and worthy of our commitment and our purpose, because it's better than the alternative. And I want to make your life, I want to help you make your life better than the alternative. And when it comes to money, I know how to do that. But it's your job, it's your money, it's your life, and you have to decide if you want to come along this journey. And I hope you do. It is now 10:59 a.m. I'm going to shut up. And if you have any questions, you can ask me anything. And like I said, when we finish this, I'm going to post this to your playlist, and I'm going to make your assignments available, and I'll be available all week. And I hope to see you back here next week. So any questions? Going once. Hey, by the way, if you're listening on YouTube, watching on YouTube, Facebook, if you have a question, you can post it in the comment and I will see it. Chances are I might not respond to it. So if you have a question, you're welcome to ask it in the comments, but I would encourage you to go ask your question and group me. If you have a comment, you're certainly welcome to post that in the comments in the YouTube or Facebook post, and I will see those, and I will probably clap and give you a heart and all that. But if you need help, Group Me is a place to start. If you don't get your question answered in Group Me, you're welcome to reach out to me. I don't see any questions, so I'm going to go once, go twice, go 3 times, and it's 11 a.m., so it's time for us to end. It's been great. I look forward to working with you this semester. Thanks for being here. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I am now ending the... Take care. Thank you. First, I'm going to end the broadcast, and then I'll end the Zoom meeting. Thank you all. Thank you.